Hello, Meridian. My name is Dan Hayes, and I was really excited that you guys decided to send in a tape to our Festival of the Arts. Usually we do this live, and I'd love to work with this group live. I would love that. But thank you for taking the time and sending in the tape. Um, and I hope that I'm going to go through your show and kind of tell you some of the things I saw, and I hope they're helpful suggestions. Um, but take them with a grain of salt. If they work for you, that's great. If they don't work, don't worry about it. Just throw it away and don't think twice about it. But first of all, I want to say I'd never seen or heard your group before. I love seeing and hearing new groups. And even though you're a small group and only two guys, I am always in such admiration of you, and especially two guys standing up and saying, yes, I'm going to do this. And because of you, there'll be some other people that join later. So keep going and ask all your friends to come and join and grow and get some more guys to join you. And I know you guys don't have risers, and I think risers make such a difference. We can see levels just change the picture so much. And I know not every school can get those. So I get it. I came from a really small school. I understand that. But if you could find a way to, one year I had some dads build me some levels, and we made them trunks, and we put all the props in them, and we carried them around, and then we used them as levels in the show. You might think about something like that. Let's start at the beginning of your show. In your first song, you have to learn how to cross from one place to another, and especially when you're in a gymnasium, because foot noise covers everything. And so you have to pick your heels up off the floor, but you can't look like you're tiptoeing. And so it just takes practice. And even if you have risers, you have to work on those risers and learn how to take the weight off your heels, because it makes an incredible amount of noise. There is a step in the very first song that goes something like, I put down sailor, which for me means this: step, touch, like this. And I think in your group you have two different versions of it. One group is going step, touch, and that is what I recommend. And other people are leaving it right to the outside, which is kind of a 40s dance. But I would choose the one where the feet come in and really try to clean that up and have everybody do that together. And the only other note I have on the very first song is that we only have two guys, I know, but I don't hear the boys at all. And so, boys, thank you for being brave and being in this group. Now you got to sing out and show that you know your parts. In the second song, I'm not sure if there is any harmony. I only heard melody. And so I would really work. Joel always says this. He's so good. Just have him, without any choreography, stand and sing, and make sure you got all of the music really solid. And then once it's solid, then put the choreography back in. And if the harmonies go away, take the choreography away again and get it until it becomes just second nature. There is a movement that goes, it goes like this. It's arms are out, and they go shake and shake, shake and shake, and then later it's shake and shake, shake and shake. And I think you have to look at that with everybody, because again, I think people are unclear. Is it my arms that are moving, which would look like this, shake and shake, shake and shake, or is it my body moving, shake and shake, shake and shake? And we have both versions going on, so it doesn't really read well. Same thing here. Is it shake and shake, just my arms, or is it whole body? And you can decide either one, but make sure everybody is on the same plane with that and really work those. I don't know if you have any place that has big mirrors where you can look at it as a group, or if you have anybody in your your town that is a dancer that could come in and just work and look at it, that'd be great. You also do, one of my cardinal sins in show choir is when we do a step called, what I call a nowhere step, which is a pivoting step. It turns around and it turns everybody in your groups back to the audience. And it happens a couple of times in that second song, and you're singing. It's a really easy thing to adapt. If you take half your group and have them just step forward and back, but they never turn their backs, while everybody else does the nowhere step, you won't lose the sound, but yet it still gives you that look, which is a good look. Then there's another thing I'm going to demonstrate again. You do some what I call clap add-ons. I can't remember if they go overhead. Yep, it does say overhead. So I think you're clapping and then they go overhead. And watch the difference. Again, if you were in the same room with me, I would work this until we get it. But when you do clapping, it's not just the arms that are in the moving. Even if I step touch a little bit, it's better. But it's really the whole body that has to move. You have to move everything. Same thing when we go overhead. Watch the difference. This is not very interesting. I use this in one of my shows that I've choreographed. But we work on getting the whole body involved. Watch the difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whole body is involved. And you can do it with step touches, but it's not just the arms flapping, it's the entire body. So look at that. Watch your tape, and I think you'll see what I mean. And the difference when you have one person doing it is pretty amazing, but when you add it to everybody in your group, it will change the whole feeling of that dance step. So for you guys, first of all, keep doing what you're doing, and thanks for sending in a tape. That's great. Now go out and recruit friends. Every one of you say, I'm going to go get another guy. I'm going to go get another performer that we need to get added into this group. But work on getting all your parts. Boys, get your sounds out there. And then work on using levels. So if you're doing something that goes like this, really take your body down. Or if you're doing something up, really take your whole body up. Don't stay in the middle. Everybody kind of feels comfortable in the middle, but in show choir we want to explore all of those fringe edges. That makes it really good. All right? Congrats. I'm going to turn it over to my friend Joel here.
Yeah, it was great to see you guys. I've never seen a show choir before, so I was impressed and I loved it. And again, next year, if you get a chance to come here, you can do this performance. We'll do an onstage critique. You get to go to another room, work with more people. We also do workshops on how to build your sound, how to be more theatrical, how to work on your dance. It's a really fun day. But anyway, great to work with you even on video here. I really enjoyed it, and what I liked about it was you do have somebody that understands choreography. I don't know if it's a student or who does your choreography, but the fact that the two songs are different styles and they look different in terms of style, that's important because you can't just do show choir 101 moves in every song and hope to create a different feel. And I think that you did a nice job with that. I second the idea about foot noise, especially early on that gym floor. Those heels really clunk. You've done the hard work of learning two songs and getting the choreography done. So to me, you're at the fun stage. Whereas instead of we got it done, so let's just leave it. Let's think, what else can we do with it now? And one of the things I always go to is attitude, defining the attitude of the two songs, and then also building in some more dynamic kinds of things. Now, even if you're using a track, an accompaniment track, there's a volume thing on your recording device. And so just like if you had a live band, you may want to bring that down, and then if there's a dance break, just crank up the volume. Have a rock concert for a while, then bring it back down again. That helps create the energy. Vocally, in the first song, I wrote that second verse, there's something about, I think you're singing the second verse, maybe you're rising up from your knees. Start that one super soft. Just give us something different, and then let it build a little bit. I wrote the na-na section could start soft and get bigger, bigger, bigger. But overall, just really, there's a lot of really lovely lyrical kinds of choreography thing, and looks like there's some people in the room that have some dance technique and experience. And so you find those dancers and you look at what they're doing, and then if you don't consider yourself to be a dancer, you look at the posture of that person who just looks great, and you keep finding what they do, and you challenge yourself to get to that level too. Nice style change in the second song. I think you can have a gutsier sound that'll match the choreography of that a little bit. Just get that belt and push that sound out a little bit more. And then I just had a question about your spacing was usually pretty clear, but in the second song there were some window issues where people weren't quite hitting windows and all that. And again, when you're just out on a gym floor, you got to really make sure that we're clear on the spacing in the front row and then how you hit windows behind it. But Really cool stuff. Keep looking at spots in your show that you can change a dynamic. Do something different so that you feel the energy change. It keeps it exciting. But as weird of a year as we're happening as we have, I'm just glad that you're doing show choir and you're learning and you're growing, and I hope you're having a great time with it. Thanks.